Six Flags Entertainment have just announced their plans for 2024, and let me just say, I'm impressed on so many fronts. From 3 brand new roller coasters to various thrilling flat rides, resorts and spas, and a newfound relationship with various ride manufacturers, there's a lot to look forward to next season. But I'd also like to mention this: 2024 investments came out to approximately $200 to $220 million US. That's very impressive already. Six Flags was originally targeting $150 to $200 million, but because they saw an opportunity to add a big new ride to their park in New Jersey as to celebrate their 50th anniversary of operation, they jumped on a last-minute chance, and that brought costs up further. But what's amazing is for 2025, Six Flags is intending to spend anywhere from $230 to $250 million. So for those of you who are getting all excited about these 2024 attractions, you should be, but let's not forget that 2025 is going to be an even bigger year for the company, which is very exciting. I really like the approach Six Flags is taking with new rides and attractions because they're ditching the idea that they need to add something new to every park every year. Instead, they're taking the Cedar Fair approach where they're concentrating more money at a select few parks, and that is something I absolutely agree with. Oftentimes before, we'd get lackluster additions at the smaller parks, but this year, even the most neglected Six Flags parks are seeing some good stuff. Also similar to Cedar Fair is it seems there's a new focus to invest in their small parks, so personally, I think it's safe to assume that we can expect one new major coaster a year for their less profitable parks to make them more profitable. Now before we dive in, I want to mention the parks in the chain that are not getting anything next year, most of which can probably expect to see something new in 2025. Frontier City in Oklahoma, La Ronde in Canada, Six Flags Darien Lake in New York, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom in California, Six Flags Magic Mountain in California, Six Flags Mexico in Mexico City, and Six Flags New England in Massachusetts. The reason I say most, if not all, these parks can expect something new in 2025 is because 8 parks are getting new additions this year and 7 parks are not. That's literally half of the 15 total properties. Now, in typical Coaster Dash fashion, we're not just going to talk about these new additions, we're going to rank them from worst to best. But understand that I'm a fan of each of these and I think they're all going to do great things for their respective parks. Number 8, Six Flags Fiesta Texas in San Antonio, Texas. After a massive teasing campaign was done by Park President Jeffrey Sieber, I think we were all expecting something a bit bigger than what we got. What we're looking at here is a newly revamped DC Universe area with a few new flat rides and a few existing rides which will be receiving rethemes. Personally, I didn't expect anything massive after the additions of Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger in 2022 and Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster in 2023, but I think more of what we got would have been satisfactory. I personally view this as a minor year of additions to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, which again is fine because of all the investment they've been receiving the past few years. Of the new rides, a Zamperla Nebulous called Cyborg Cyber Revolution will be added, a new family drop tower called Shazam Tower of Eternity will be added, and a small monorail attraction called the Metropolis Transit Authority will be added. This is certainly a welcome addition to the park, but I think Jeffrey Sieber went a little crazy on the teasing for this one. Number 7, Six Flags Over Texas in Arlington, Texas. Six Flags original park will be doing something very interesting to a legendary and historic attraction. The world's first log flume built by Aerodynamics will be extended and become one of the world's longest log flumes in 2024. The newly named El Rio Lento will feature 1 new lift hill and 2 large drops, including one which will be a giant steep nosedive as described by the park. Personally, I've never taken the time to experience this attraction, but with this new extension, I can comfortably say that I'll be making it a priority the next time I'm at the park. Number 6, Six Flags America in Bowie, Maryland. The park's old western section, which had been sitting dormant for the 2023 season, will be getting a facelift in 2024 with the newly themed Steamtown. The redeveloped steampunked realm looks like a step in the right direction for this park, bringing back 3 reimagined attractions, new food and retail opportunities, the return of an award-winning stunt show, and a new ride. Like Fiesta Texas, Six Flags America will be receiving a Zamperla Nebulous called Steam Whirler. Of the revitalized attractions, coaster enthusiasts can look forward to the return of Mind Eraser, possibly under a new name. And look, before 2023, this had often been considered a horrendous ride. The park knows that, and that's why they're coming in and improving it. They're doing something to this attraction that will absolutely make it better, and that's the introduction of 2 new trains from Vekoma featuring their vest restraints. This will eliminate all headbanging, allowing riders to enjoy the intense and interesting layout. Number 5, Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. After years of rumors, Six Flags Great America will finally be adding their long-awaited Zamperla giant discovery called Sky Striker. This will stand 172 feet tall and travel at speeds of up to 75 miles per hour. Sky Striker is a clone of rides we've seen introduced to many Six Flags parks, and at nearly all of them, it is one of the park's most popular attractions. I honestly wouldn't be opposed to every single Six Flags park having one of these because these are incredible rides as far as flat rides are concerned. The wind in your face, the airtime you get at the top of the max swings, the views, it's all spectacular. Number 4, Six Flags St. Louis in Eureka, Missouri. Like Great America, Six Flags St. Louis will be adding a Zamperla giant discovery called Joker Carnival of Chaos. The reason I place places a spot higher despite the rides being virtually identical is for 3 reasons. 1. This announcement came out of nowhere. Six Flags St. Louis hadn't teased anything beforehand. 2. Six Flags St. Louis is a smaller park than Great America and could use something like this even more, especially after the removal of the incredibly unique Excalibur. 3. Maybe the only time I'll ever prefer a DC theme to an original theme, the Joker Giant Discoveries do often have a Funhouse style queue line, and I'd imagine this one will too. Both Giant Discoveries are fantastic additions to their respective parks, but now, onto the roller coasters. Number 3, Six Flags Over Georgia in Austell, Georgia. The park will be introducing the world's first Intamin Ultra Surf Coaster, which launches riders forwards and backwards at 60 miles per hour through a splash pool and 2 steep spikes. The ride will also feature free spinning seats, which will ensure that no 2 rides are alike. Currently, this attraction's name is to be determined because Six Flags Over Georgia is allowing fans to choose. This is something I wish more parks did because it's such a great way to bring people together, and no offense, but most amusement parks do a pretty crappy job naming their coasters. Anyways, this Ultra Surf Coaster is quite the big deal for 2 reasons. 1, it gives Over Georgia the long-awaited launch coaster they've been missing in their lineup. And 2, this will be the first time Six Flags and Intamin will have worked together on a new roller coaster project since Green Lantern First Flight debuted at Six Flags Magic Mountain in 2011. I understand why Six Flags wouldn't immediately want to go back to Intamin after that dumpster fire, but I also think it's important to leave the past in the past. Intamin has come a long way over the years, now building some of the best roller coasters in the world, which are equally enjoyable and reliable. I hope this is just the beginning to a renewed relationship between Six Flags and Intamin. Number 2, Six Flags Great Escape in Queensbury, New York. After rebranding this park from the Great Escape to Six Flags Great Escape in 2022, I wondered if Six Flags would start to consider large investments here as a more serious possibility. Well, it didn't take long to get our answer. At the end of the 2023 season, Six Flags Great Escape will be removing the incredibly problematic Alpine bobsled, which was a pretty big loss considering how few thrill rides and coasters the park already had. But this comes as the park will be making way for something much more exciting than the former attraction. The new roller coaster Bobcat will be the first major coaster constructed at Six Flags Great Escape in more than 20 years and will become the first wooden coaster introduced to New York since 1999. Obviously, we knew when the day someday came for this park to receive a brand new roller coaster, it probably wouldn't be anything massive. That absolutely stands true for Bobcat, but looking at it that way, this was about as perfect of an addition as I could have asked for this park. The ride will be the first coaster by the Gravity Group ever built at a Six Flags park, again kickstarting what could be a very promising relationship moving forward. Bobcat will feature an original layout, but much of its elements, including its entire first half, is identical to Timber at Walibi-Rhône-Alpes in France. Having ridden that coaster, I can honestly say this is an amazing fit for this park and by far the most surprising announcement from the company this year. Number 1, Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. To celebrate the park's 50th anniversary in 2024, the park will be introducing a plethora of new experiences. One of these is a brand new roller coaster called Flash Vertical Velocity. This will be the first Vekoma Super Boomerang in North America and the second ever built around the world. While most coaster enthusiasts are thrilled about the addition, I have noticed a few who are unhappy about the ride being a clone. But I know damn well you haven't been to China to ride the other one, so I wouldn't be complaining. This will be the first next generation large-scale Vekoma coaster to be introduced to the United States, and the first large-scale Vekoma Six Flags has built since, I don't know, forever ago. I'll say it once more, this could be the start of another newfound relationship between Six Flags and Vekoma, which is something to be excited about. The one thing I am worried about is the ride's capacity, which will be quite poor if not for a newly designed turntable section like what Six Flags added to Aquaman Power Wave at Six Flags Over Texas. Aside from that, I think this will be a fantastic ride and one of the better coasters at this park. The park will also be closing their safari park to drive-thrus and bringing it back in the form of a tram tour access from inside the park, which was always a very popular experience. This means it'll once again be included with park admission. Perhaps the most interesting addition for Six Flags Great Adventure next year is the Savannah Sunset Resort and Spa. For years, people have been clamoring over a hotel being added to the park because there really aren't a whole lot of options nearby. This would turn Great Adventure into a multi-day destination for many people, but it seems they've gone one step further by creating this full-fledged resort which looks incredibly nice and will probably cost a ribcage to experience. But nonetheless, this will be really cool if it goes according to plan. Six Flags describes the experience as such. Spend the night inside a custom luxury canvas tent that brings opulence to the open savannah. Relax and unwind at our state-of-the-art spa and experience fine dining in the wild at our restaurant. I won't lie, this sounds very nice, and it's awesome that they're using the animal park to their advantage by creating a unique atmosphere and setting for this resort. But with that, we have all the brand new additions coming to Six Flags parks in 2024. There's so much to look forward to that I can't wait for, but my most anticipated attractions may not be the same as yours. Let me know down in the comments which of these experiences you're most looking forward to. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave me a like and subscribe to Coaster Dash for more content like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye guys.